6:46, the Louisville Planning and Zoning Commission meeting is now called to order, and we do have a quorum present. I apologize for the late start. We were in a meeting and it didn't end as we thought it would on time. Item number 2 is approval of the minutes of the October 6, 2015 meeting. If there are no changes, additions, or corrections, may I have a motion to approve?
I have a question. Can we have these respectfully submitted by Richard when he was not here?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Okay, with that, may I have a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Move to approve,
Second.
seconded by Kristen. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
That was Stephen. Those opposed? Okay, motion carries. Item number 3 is a regular hearing for plats, consideration of a final plat, development plan, and project plan for Lakewood Hills West. It's addition, it's phase 1, it's a 44.86 acre tract. It is zoned PUD 3, and this is under ordinance 413011-2014. It's containing 133 residential lots, 1 public use lot, and 2 HOA lots. It is located on the west side of Josie Lane. It's approximately 1,880 feet south of Windhaven Parkway, as requested by G&A Consultants on behalf of CADG Lakewood Hills West LLC, the property owner. Mary?
Good evening, Commissioners. This is part of the newest addition to the city of Louisville. It was annexed earlier last year. In November of 2014, the City Council approved a PUD district for Lakewood Hills. The entire Lakewood Hills project consists of approximately 156 acres. This would be Lakewood Hills West, Phase 1. Lakewood Hills will consist of several different phases and sections.
We're not seeing the overhead. We're getting just a
No
title
overhead.
screen.
Did you press the bottom?
Mm-hmm. Not working.
Did.
Okay.
Nope.
We'll see if Adam can.
No, there it goes. We got it.
Adam must have heard you. Okay.
Okay.
This
Better.
particular section is Lakewood Hills West, Phase 1, consists of 133 residential lots. Part of the PUD process is to come in with the final plat, development plan, and project plan. This particular section, as I said, has 133 detached residences, an overall density of 6.5 units per the acre. The minimum dwelling size of homes is 2,000 square feet, and the minimum lot size allowed is 5,000 square feet. It will consist of different residential units, a large drainage right-of-way, an HOA lot, and a lot that will be a future fire station. Sorry, hard to see there. The plan does comply with the PUD that was submitted, and staff would recommend approval. Do you have any
Commissioners,
questions?
question? Okay, may I have a motion on item 3A, please?
I'll move to approve.
Move to approve by Kristen, seconded by Mary Ellen. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 4, zoning, 4A, is consideration of a zone change request from Old Town Mixed Use 2 District, OTMU2, excuse me, to Parking District, PK, being on a 0.403 acre lot, legally described as Lot 9R, Block 22 of the Keeley Edition. This is located on the north side of East Main Street, west of Railroad Street, at 541 East Main, This is being requested by Alex Paint and Body LLC, the property owner. This is case number PZ 2015-10-15. Mary?
Commissioners, this piece of property you should be familiar with. It did come before the commission a little bit earlier. Adjacent to this property is Alex Paint and Body Shop. Mr. Salguer also owns this neighboring property. His original intention was to expand his auto body shop to that lot. That lot is zoned Old Town Mixed Use 2, which does not allow that type of use on the property. Alex Paint and Body has done well in this area. He's looking for additional parking for his employees and customers. Earlier, he went before the commission and withdrew his application before City Council in order to redo his plans. So he's coming before you this evening, again, to change it from Old Town Mixed Use 2 to parking district, which would allow for only parking of employees and customer parking. He has a two-phase project for this site. Phase 1 would entail constructing the parking lot. And in your packet, he's provided some renderings. So phase 1 would have the parking, which is situated at the rear of the lot. It would be gated, have some brick columns. Out front, he would provide landscaping. Phase 2 of the project, which would come at a later date, would entail developing that site into some type of office or retail with a building, essentially, a building or two. He has provided, phase 2 rendering, which has a couple different examples of what could be done on the property. So essentially, with the Old Town Mixed Use 2, so he would have to rezone the property back to Old Town Mixed Use 2 in order to build the buildings. The buildings would be up at the front of the property. It would be screening all the parking at the rear. So he's provided a couple of different scenarios or different options. Before you this evening is essentially rezoning the lot to Old Town Mixed Use 1, which would allow for the parking. The applicant is here if you do have any questions.
Commissioners?
You said the zoning would be going from Old Town Mixed Use 2 to Old Town Mixed Use 1, or is it
Oh, no.
to PK parking?
Sorry, to PK for parking district. And so
Okay.
the parking district would only allow for parking uses
So we'd have to, if he's gonna build the building, he would have to come back.
and rezone it back to Old Town Mixed Use 2.
Okay.
So
How
the
many
Old
s-
Town Mixed Use 2 was done back in 2005 by the previous owner. And when this gentleman purchased it, I guess didn't realize that he couldn't expand his business on that type of zoning.
How many spaces?
The current configuration he's showing is to provide 20 parking spaces.
Thank you.
Commissioners, anything else?
Is this just questions or comments? This is just
For,
questions?
for staff, yeah.
Okay.
So there's a sample layout showing the parking and the landscaping for phase 1.
Okay, at this time, we'll open a public hearing. Anyone that wishes to speak on this subject, please come forward, sign in, and state your name.
Well, basically, we are trying just to engage the urban vision of the city and this part of the town, trying to be respectful about the architectural values. And we're trying to, at the same time, to meet their needs regarding the employees or visitors parking that they are requesting. So basically, that's the model of the proposal. And since he just completed the first phase, which is the shop, body shop building, his financial situation, it's, kind of very peculiar right now. He just started with the parking portion now, and later on, when the economy grows and develop more about the area, he will be able to continue with the second phase, basically that.
Questions?
I have comments, but
I have comments too, but no questions.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else? All right, at this time, we'll close the public hearing. Commissioners, concerns, comments, questions?
you wanna go first?
No, go ahead.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just reiterate some of the things that I said last time this came through. The city has put forth a lot of effort, and a lot of dollars have been spent, and a lot of citizens have given input on what they want this, Old Town area of Louisville to be. And I do sympathize with the small business having a need that is not being met right now. However, I do feel like there is some responsibility on the owner to do their own due diligence on the property before and realize that you don't really have enough room for your parking, and that the city has plans for this area that doesn't really mesh well with putting a parking lot there. What I'm really worried about is that there's no time frame here, and any zone change is not going to be temporary, it's going to be permanent, and that for however long that parking lot sits there with no buildings, we're setting a precedent to everyone who drives by that property that says that we are not sticking to the plan that we have for this area. And I just have some serious concerns with that. I can appreciate the adjustments and changes that have been made to this to make it something that could fit within the Old Town mixed use. I personally I cannot vote to rezone this property to parking, but I would be fully supportive of developing the whole thing as one phase. I think that would be something that wouldn't compromise. It would get you what you need and wouldn't compromise the city's plan for this area.
I will reiterate my sympathy for the small businesses that are trying to make it in this city, but to say that it is incumbent on the owner to do their due diligence in advance and know what the zoning issues are. My concern is, if I remember correctly, the last time he came forward was for overflow for cars that he was working on, not necessarily parking, and I'm almost convinced that that's what's going to happen here now. He's putting it for public and customer and employee parking, but I would be willing to bet it's going to become an enforcement nightmare to try to keep cars that are dented and just out of that parking lot. So with all due respect, I can't support this.
Commissioners, others?
I'd like to comment on this too. I understand y'all saying y'all can't vote on it, but 2 blocks over from his place, 2 blocks from where he want to put a parking lot, y'all approved to put in a trailer park, mobile homes, where he can park and sell mobile homes. Y'all approved that. So I don't know. I just don't understand why you say the Old Town, the people's in the Old Town. The city got a lot of money involved in that, but also, you're not looking at the big picture, because you saying you don't want to approve this, but you approve, I'm going back to this, you approve 2 blocks over for them to put some trailer homes in it. So I just don't know, I'm confused about this one.
Anyone else? All right, this time I would entertain a motion. Let's make it a motion to recommend approval.
I'll make a motion to recommend to approve.
I'll second that motion. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, 2 for and 4 against. Those voting for was Alvin and Jim. Voting against was Stephen, Kristen, Mary Ellen, and Sean. So that motion did not carry. So now we need a motion to deny recommendation for, I guess not for approval, but, so may I have another motion, please?
So moved.
Motion by Mary Ellen, seconded by Kristen. Those in favor of this motion, please signify aye.
Aye.
Need
Okay.
to see the big picture.
Opposed? All right. Alvin, how did you? Aye. Okay. Yes, just reversed opposite. Yes.
Sorry, who made the motion?
Okay, that motion does carry. The next item is item 4B. It's consideration of a zone change request from Light Industrial District L1 to Planned Development Mixed Use District PD-MU. This is for the Village of Louisville, a proposed mixed use development on approximately 90.588 acre tract. It is out of the Stevens Riggs Survey, abstract number 1088, and the the W.M. Brown Survey, abstract number 63, located on both the east and west sides of Summit Avenue, north of the Kansas City Southern Railroad and Grandy's Lane, with frontage on the west side of Interstate 35 East, commonly known as North Stemmons Freeway, and on the east side of McGee Lane, as requested by Beverly Development Company Incorporated, the applicant. This is case number PZ 2015-1016.
Mr. Chairman and the members of the commission, at this time, we would like to ask the commission to continue this public hearing to the November 3rd commissioners meeting so that we can work out some fine details of the project.
Okay. So we need a motion to continue without opening, right? Open, okay.
Open the public hearing and then continue the.
Okay. At this time, we'll open the public hearing. Anyone that wishes to step forward and discuss item 4B, please come forward, sign in, and state your name.
Hello, sorry, it's my first time attending one of these. As somebody who will be affected by this, what exactly is meant by, or what will the zoning change imply? What, will it be houses, will it be businesses?
Could you come a little forward to the microphone,
Oh, sorry.
please? Thank you.
Sorry.
Good.
I was asking what the mixed development entails as far as businesses and what kind of businesses.
It's a mixed-use development, which means it's going to have office, residential, and commercial developments within it. The case will be discussed more in detail on November 3rd again.
Okay, and at that time, will you detail exactly what businesses and residences you're trying to put in there?
Yes.
Thank you.
We would also be happy to go over the project with you if you'd like to come to our office, and we could sit with you one-on-one as well.
Okay, thank you.
I just want to reiterate, this case will be again a public hearing on the November 3rd meeting.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? All right, at this time, I would entertain a motion to continue the public hearing to the November 3rd stated meeting.
Make a motion to continue the meeting till the November 3rd meeting.
Motion by Steve, second by Sean. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Last item is adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by Sean, seconded by Kristen. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, meeting adjourned.